Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to be discussing Robinhood's massive crypto announcement yesterday. We're going to be talking about breaking down day one of tokenized equities trading. We're going to do a little LPing live on the show, and we're going to talk about crypto firms moving into the banking sector. Circle and others get a little money transmitter license here. I'm joined this morning by Easy. I'm joined here by Clemente. C-Dog, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, Ray. I'm back to break even on my virtual short. Man, they thought it was, dude, if you were talking smack on it. Look at that, huh? Back to break even on that. Overall, it was a big day yesterday. Big day, lots of news. It's been feeling like kind of a low activity on the timeline last like week or so because it's summer. What is it? The Europeans just straight up don't work for 3 months. So I think that is a factor. But yeah, we got some big news yesterday. I tried a French pastry place today. I got a coffee from it. Phenomenal.
Nice.
Finished setting up my couch. Was sitting on that thing yesterday, man. So life's good. Life's good. Ready for another day. Another dollar.
Yeah, love to hear it. Yesterday was pretty euphoric. I felt like in the crypto market. Price might not reflect it this morning, but like those were some massive announcements we got out of Robinhood. And then day one of just trading these equities just felt like a huge unlock that wasn't really there before. Also, personal life, offer accepted on a house yesterday. So that's pretty sweet. So yesterday, all in all, was just an awesome day for me, for crypto, for everything. So I'm just feeling bullish today. I'm ready to rock.
That's freaking awesome. So when do you know when you move? Like, what's the story?
Yeah, it'll be like October-ish. Basically, we're actually moving in next to my wife's brother, who we're like very close with, which is awesome. Their neighbor was like talking to them saying they're selling their house, so we got to buy it off market. No agents or anything, so save a little bit of money there.
Ray, that's huge. What's the address?
I'll tell you later.
I had a guy, dude. I had a guy. I posted like a picture of my just banger apartment, this industrial build, and I had a guy respond with or quote tweet me with the GeoGuessr guy.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, yo, chill, bro.
Relax.
Yep. We have a lot to talk about today, though. I don't know if Clemente is ready with the weather report, but we can kick that off first before we dive into the rest of the show.
I'm ready, Raymond. I'm absolutely ready. Damn, it's the first day of the second half of 2025. Look at that. July 1st, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday, July 1st. Looking over the crypto roundup. The majors are down on the day. Thought we were going all-time highs. A little bit of a pullback there. We got Bitcoin at 106.5K. Ethereum just over 2,400. Looking okay. Solana at 148. It was almost at 160 yesterday. A little bit of a pullback from there. And Hype, $39. Looking okay. Looking A-okay. Over the past 24 hours, Robinhood released a slew of crypto announcement in cons, including tokenized stocks, perpetual futures, in-app crypto staking, their own layer 2, tokenization of private companies such as SpaceX and OpenAI, and expansion of Robinhood crypto into the EU. Holy shit, dude. I mean, good God almighty, Vlad is cooking. Once I saw that outfit he was wearing, I was like, oh, this thing is just going to absolutely send. Robinhood stock sitting pretty at 94 buckaroos, a clean 2.5x from when Easy first mentioned it a month or two ago. Next up, multiple crypto firms, including Circle and Fidelity Digital Assets, applied for national bank charters from the U.S. OCC. This will allow them to operate across state lines without money transmitter license. Very interesting. Very interesting. What's the Circle stock at? Circle, not doing too hot. 184. Yikes. Down almost 50% from its all-time high in just a couple of weeks ago. Finally, the Tom Lee, the quant of all quants, joined the New York Stock Exchange, traded BitMine immersion technologies with the goal of creating the MicroStrategy of Ethereum. Come on, Tom Lee, you're better than that. But the market seemed to like the news. BMNR is up over 8x from Friday's close on the news. It's clear Wall Street wants exposure to crypto. And it may be that alt season might just be in the stock market. And it might not be touching our alts. That's all for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always. Looking at this BMNR, it opened up around $15, traded all the way to a close of $33.40. It's up another 40% pre-market, almost at $48 now. This comes after it was sitting down at $4 on Friday. So the insider trading must have missed this one. That's a big gap there.
I think that's wild. What is they're just trying to build? Interesting stuff.
$250 million private placement to implement a buying strategy around Ethereum, which aims to make its primary treasury asset reserve while continuing its core Bitcoin mining business.
Got it.
So Bitcoin mining company looking to have a Ethereum reserve, trying to be the MicroStrategy of Ethereum, essentially.
If you're mining Bitcoin, why would you not just hold Bitcoin?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's diversification. Maybe they think the upside's higher with Ethereum. Who knows? Tom Lee's a smart guy. Pio's going to be on the show. We're going to talk to him a bit about these tokenized equities. I'm really curious to get his take on his boy Tom Lee going to the quote unquote dark side. Essentially,
he loves Tom Lee.
Yeah, he does.
Loves him a little too much. But yeah, Tom Lee's been a sharp guy. I don't know why he's doing this. Market's looking good, Ray. Market's looking good. I mean, it's clear the market wants that exposure to crypto. Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
good God. Can we talk about the this Robinhood news and the Krakens, because it happened both on the Solana side and the Robinhood side with Arbitrum, and I want to kind of break down the tokenization of stocks, or maybe do you want to wait till Pio gets here?
No, we can talk about this. So Robinhood announced a number of things. Tokenized stocks, perpetual futures, starting with 3x leverage, in-app staking of crypto products. We're looking at what is
Easy. What are you possibly doing?
What is going on?
Building a table.
Easy is just building a table during the show right now.
Yeah, I decided now's probably the best time to build this table. It just seemed like I was in this box for a while. I just keep looking at it. It's almost done. I just got to throw the top part on it. Then I'm finally going to pull the Roadcaster out and slap it on this thing. It's a dedicated Roadcaster table.
Hey, there we go. They also announced their own layer 2, expanding Robinhood crypto offerings into EU and EEA.
Who could have seen this coming? Who could have thought Robinhood might be the do everything financial app? I know one of us did.
93.63. Clemente said 2.5x from when Easy mentioned it. We're gonna clean 3x.
Yeah, stop undershooting me, bitch.
I mean, this is huge. Not all of it's implemented day one. The EU expansion is live now. The layer 2 is to be coming. In-app staking, I believe, is here or will be here soon. Tokenized stocks is coming soon, and I think the futures are here now or will be here now at 3x leverage. So I mean, this is a ton of bullish news for crypto. I played around with tokenized stocks yesterday, and I think that's a massive unlock. We'll talk more about that with Pio. Looking at Robinhood, same game plan, Easy. Clean 2x from here, then a stock split.
200, then a split, Ray.
Everyone in the crowd, thanks, Easy. Everyone enjoying this play here.
So Raymond, so this isn't live right now, right, with Robinhood?
No. Well, some of it is like the EU expansion. I think maybe
the tokenized stocks, though.
No, not yet.
Okay. So
in the EU it is.
Wow. Okay. The EU just
they sent SpaceX and OpenAI stock yesterday via Arbitrum.
That's their. I mean, they're going to. They're going out.
They had the first transaction yesterday on chain.
Yeah, they sent it to the one dude over there. So if you're in the EU and you download the crypto app, the Robinhood crypto app, you're gonna get a piece of that. On Monday. So you have until Monday to sign up for the app, and then they're gonna be distributing all those OpenAI and SpaceX tokens to users, essentially.
Fantastic. So I've multiple takes I want to get you guys' opinion on. Take number one is when you look at what I found fascinating was Robinhood is up. I mean, it pumped like 10, 12% yesterday on this announcement. Yeah, 12%. And it's up 1% pre-market. Incredible. Meanwhile, Arbitrum pumped on the new, like on the anticipation of it. It pumped whatever, 10%, 15%, but actually didn't do anything yesterday.
Down.
So and another piece that I found interesting as well on the tokenization of stocks on the Solana side, right? A lot of stocks are already live to be traded on Solana. Radium being the large liquidity provider for that, we didn't see anything really pumping from Radium.
Yeah. I mean, of the two, I think Radium is much more interesting to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a couple assumptions you have to make. It's like that these equities are going to continue to tokenize on Radium. So like that's an important assumption to make. But like if that's the case, that is a huge amount of volume coming to Radium. Like we talked about yesterday, looking at pump funds volume and like why the pump fund news like basically sent Radium from 430 to 220, almost like a 50% haircut on that. But with this on-chain equity volume coming in, like I have to think Radium's a buy here. Like I'm very, very interested. Like I think I sent like you guys a Slack message yesterday. Like, why am I not full porting Radium here?
Yeah. I'm Trevor King, who works with Joe McCann. I would be curious. He's in the comments right now. I'd be curious to hear his take. He's been deep diving on Jupe, Radium, kind of all these different types of plays. So I'm curious what he thinks about it. I agree with you, Ray, that feels like an interesting pick. I would be wanting to see the dashboard, if there is one, of what's the volume of these equities so far. How does the price match up? My assumption is that there's a potential premium on the stock price of the one on chain versus the just one on is not on chain.
So I'm looking at MicroStrategy right now. We're looking at $404 per MicroStrategy stock.
Wow,
token.
it's the same.
Yeah, we're looking similar on the equity side.
I mean, this is wild. The fact that now anyone from like my uncle in Chile can just get a Phantom wallet and buy MicroStrategy stock instantly is wild to me.
Yeah, and like not only that, they can do DeFi with it as well. I mean, your uncle's probably not going to do that, but
he is.
That's all potential too.
Clemente's uncle is going to do that.
You're talking about volume. It looked like I saw this morning. Xstock's tokenized stock volume hit 1.3 million yesterday in daily volume. $1.3 million. 1,200 unique traders, 61 stock tokens, 6 have on-chain volume.
1,200 unique traders generated 1.3 million in volume. We've got some whales.
Yep. Yeah, so here's a good Dune dashboard that's showing the volume between the stocks. Looks like MicroStrategies took the lead in volume, 405,000, followed by Nvidia, 350,000, Circle 250, Tesla 220. Most people were trading Tesla. MicroStrategy is pretty low.
Sailor's going to start tweeting out this dashboard and pointing out how much on-chain volume MicroStrategy has.
Oh man, we've been chatting about all the news updates, PO, coming out of Robinhood, talking about the tokenized stocks. I would love to hear your overall take. Did you like watch that presentation? Have you seen what the announcements are coming out of Robinhood?
I saw the announcements. I didn't watch the presentations. I thought it was an interesting move that it looks like they did it in like Italy or something. And
France, yeah, Cannes, I think it is.
Oh,
that's where they do the film festival.
That's why they did it at Cannes. Okay, because I was like, why are these guys just so summered out? And like, why does it look like an episode of Succession? I was like, that's just an interesting choice to like roll out your announcement. It makes sense. It was at the Cannes Crypto Festival. I was like, damn, Vlad's bougie now. Now that he's a multi-billionaire, this dude is bougie. So look, yesterday was a huge day, in my opinion. You had Robinhood basically come through and pretty much say like, we are full tilt a crypto company. They're basically a crypto company at this point. That's like their main thing. We had noticed a month ago that when you go to the App Store, Robinhood says like ETH and Sol and XRP or whatever. Yesterday's announcement makes them a full crypto company. My opinion on the product is that it's a fantastic product for stocks. For crypto, there's two issues. Number one, it's expensive. So if you go to buy Solana on Robinhood versus on Coinbase Advanced Trader or Gemini Active Trader, I think out of those three, I could be wrong, and people can fact check me in the audience. I actually think Gemini is the cheapest. So I think that your fee is going to be at the lowest on Gemini, but Gemini and Coinbase are going to be pretty similar, right? Robinhood's fee is going to be like 10x, and I'm not exaggerating. Like if you buy $5,000 worth of Solana, you might pay $27 on Gemini or on Coinbase Active Trader, the advanced tools. On Gemini, you might pay like $127. It's like that, or excuse me, Robinhood, $127. So that's an issue. And then the other issue is the security. There's basically no security on Robinhood's crypto platform, like literally none. Whereas on Coinbase and Gemini, you can do address whitelisting, two-factor authentication out the yin yang. Whereas like just the address whitelisting alone is an absolutely necessary crypto security protocol. You cannot have an exchange without address whitelisting. And for people that don't know what that is, what it means is you select which addresses you're able to withdraw crypto from, and there's a multi-day holding period before a new one can be introduced. So with Robinhood, there's nothing like that. So they need to get something like that. But otherwise, huge day with Robinhood, a big tech company, a behemoth from the tech world, fully putting their foot down in crypto. Another thing is like this whole, everyone thinks rates are just going to be lowered now, which is interesting. Nobody cares about the conflict in the Middle East anymore. Nobody cares about tariffs anymore. So the whole year has been bullish. There's just been these two things that have kind of pulled it back, which is the tariff stuff and the Middle East stuff. But everything's been bullish. It's been the Trump pump since he's been elected. It's just been a bullish situation. The last thing is MicroStrategy's preferred stock Strike absolutely sent at the end of the day and into after hours trading, which was that's the biggest story of yesterday. Is that it's bigger than the Robinhood story, actually, because this thing is supposed to be a conservative. No, it really is. No, it actually is, straight up. This thing is supposed. No. It actually, that is the biggest story of yesterday right there. Look at that. That's the biggest story. No, that's that's Strike. Yeah, that's the biggest story of yesterday.
I like Beamer better. This one did much higher of a.
Yeah, that's Tom Lee's little. That's his little. My mom's realtor texted me about that stock yesterday, so it's the top. So if you're in that Beamer stock, you got to get out of that thing. But Strike is supposed to be a fixed income, boring $100, preferred stock. And it sent like it was a meme coin at the end of the day and kept ripping. This thing pays a $2 dividend, by the way. This is like supposed to be a boring stock. All of a sudden, the thing costs $130, like pretty much out of the blue. And people think that's this stock sniffing out a huge run in MicroStrategy, which sniffs out a huge run in Bitcoin. And July has been an extremely bullish month historically for MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. So if you're speaking objectively, this is the most interesting thing that happened yesterday. Cool, Robinhood's getting into crypto bigger. We all thought that was going to happen. Zero people thought this was going to happen. This is weird. This is straight up weird.
I don't know. I think you're going out on a limb and making a couple assumptions saying that this is going to send Bitcoin. I don't know. What does it say? 15% gain on the day?
It's not, on the day for a fixed income, that's just insane for a preferred stock. But it's not that this is going to send Bitcoin. It's that previously MicroStrategy would front run Bitcoin. People think that now Strike is front running MicroStrategy. So it's just like a very, very interesting. It's the most interesting thing that happened yesterday. It's weird. It's very
where has there been evidence that Strike front runs MicroStrategy?
It's only been out for a few months. There isn't evidence yet. That's what people think is happening with Strike yesterday. That's why it's look at this. That is weird.
No, I definitely agree. I definitely agree it's weird. but I just don't know what it means, and I think it's a lot of conjecture. I can admit I haven't dug deep enough into this, but yeah, I mean, if you were to draw like
Discourse agrees.
what path you're on, like you're pretty close to like where you've been. It's just basically retracing the pullback and continuing going up.
Yeah, I mean, look,
slightly.
this is like a huge deal in TradFi. I know crypto guys are like, yeah, it's like whatever. Let me chart this thing. This thing is not a meme coin, dude. This is a totally different animal. This is the most collateralized preferred stock that you can buy. And for the thing to send like a meme coin is just weird. Anyway, I didn't come on today to talk about Strike. I know no matter what I say, nobody's going to care about Strike no matter what, and will not do any research under any circumstances. No, like it will not happen. It will not happen. No one will
boring.
Hey, C-Dog, listen to this fucking guy.
Yeah. Everyone's just like, yeah, what is this guy talking about? Loser.
Motherfucker said a safe investment.
Yeah. The Hulk meme of him banging a concrete truck did printed more. Yo,
Yeah.
come on.
Everyone's just like, talk to me about that the Hulk meme, dog. Come on, yo. Anyway, I came on to ask easy questions about number one, the level of liquidity, which you guys were just talking about. So I'm actually just going to shut up and ask a couple questions and let you guys run it. The liquidity level on MSTRX and TSLAX, which are the new Tesla X and MicroStrategy X, which are the new tokens that represent those two equities that are available for trading on Solana. What you guys think would be a reasonable strategy for me for LPing, and I'm assuming there might be some people in the crowd that also want to do that on Radium. And just talk about the LP stuff. There's never been a more interesting LPing situation, in my opinion, because these are like the most bulletproof assets that you can LP on Solana right now.
Yeah. So just to kind of get in front of that too, the MSTRX liquidity is sitting at 710K in a singular pool, which is good. So like theoretically, it's also the thing is the pricing is going to be different. Like that's the thing is the liquidity pricing for what a mirrored token is not the same for a traditional liquidity pool. The likelihood of what's happening behind the scenes is not indicative of the liquidity on this. What I mean by that is because it's mirrored, it's referencing an oracle. So big brain technological speak, there's a system behind the scenes that's pinging the blockchain and saying these assets are worth this price. It's the same thing that happens with majors. It's how they get prices for ETH, Sol, Bitcoin, all that stuff. It's how everyone basically more or less trades in the same line, right? So that's how they know like one Sol is worth 148.20 right now. So with these, it's mirroring the price of the stock market price. That's it. So if MicroStrategy ran to $500 and liquidity did not move, it's totally fine. The liquidity in this case is more just how many on-chain shares there are and how much you can buy of this. So you notice too, if you go to swap this on like a Bullex, Dex Screener, anything, it'll note this token is mintable and freezable. So those are usually two big warning signs. The reason being, they can add more of these if more people are buying them, all that stuff. People say, could it depeg from the Oracle? Theoretically, yes. There is, of course, on-chain risk. So you do have some of those concerns, which many people are like, okay, why would I do this and not just buy equities? It opens up the opportunity for people outside of the ecosystem to buy this stuff, right? Like outside of the US. This is actually technically on Kraken and Bybit. This is not allowed for US investors. The benefit is you can use a decentralized exchange and buy it, which is what we're seeing from Radium. Go ahead. You're muted.
Sorry, some dude that lives in the Congo can just buy this now. Whereas like
Clemente's uncle can buy this, as he stated earlier. He'd have the ability to go buy MicroStrategy now. But in short, the main thing here is what you're trying to get at is these LPs, which Ray has up on his screen. I'm actually going to steal the screen here because I think there's a little bit more interesting dynamic here. Unlike options trading, which is significantly more volatile,
this takes away my controls.
Yeah, I don't want you to screen share. So we're going to look at MicroStrategy here. Right now, it's earning about an 85% daily APR. So like a stupid high, right? Yeah, it's stupid.
What?
Yeah, so it's based on the volume, which is the majority of trade fees, but it's because it was day one yesterday, right? So it's way inflated. The thing for me is like if you can get 5 to 10% daily APR on these, that's a massive home run. Like that's huge. Theoretically, that's 20 days to earn 100% of your capital back, which is nuts. There is some subsidy right now, like that's happening with Radium tokens. You get an extra 18%. So it's closer to 66% APR. I think that will drop to between 5 and 7, maybe 5 and 8%. But that's just, you're earning, what you earn on that is MSTRX equity, like shares, not equity, but tokens, and USDC tokens when you provide liquidity. So it's extremely easy. Radium makes it even easier than competitors because like we do Meteor a lot and you have all these options of how you want to provide liquidity. Radium gives you one option and one option only. You can only do a fixed level here, but you'll notice what it defaults to is 10% swing on either side. So for me, for someone who's at their computer who can actively monitor this stuff, in short, I would change my liquidity settings closer to like 2.5% on either side. So I would drop it all the way down to 2.5%. The reason being, the likelihood of day over day moves over 2.5% on stocks is significantly lower than crypto, right? So now what you're doing is capitalizing on the majority of the volume that's in this range. So you set these to 2.5 on each side, equal amount MicroStrategy, equal amount USDC. And now what's going to happen is if the price goes down 2.5%, you're buying more MicroStrategy. If the price goes up 2.5%, you're selling MicroStrategy. But on top of that, you're earning the fees every day. So if you can actively monitor these positions, I think that is going to be your biggest win.
What if you can't?
Then I would go a little bit larger. Like if you think MicroStrategy is going to have a 10% swing to the upside and a 5% swing to the downside, if it drops 5%, you buy more. And if it moves up 10%, you sell out.
So what if it really rips hard and it goes to 520? I just get out of the position completely and I don't collect fees either?
So you would only collect fees if it was in that position. If it ran that hard, then your shares would be stable. You'd basically be selling out for profit.
So no matter what, this is active. There is no set it and forget it for this. You have to be on this, at least checking a couple times a week.
Or you could try to do something crazy and go like 20% on each side, but your fees are going to be significantly lower. Like this will drop your APY like you can see estimated APY right here. So like even if I wanted to swap, we could even, let me just buy some right now and we can just do this in real time just to show some numbers.
Cool.
Easy. Let's say I had $5,000 and I was.
Do you have $5,000?
Hypothetically, if I did.
Okay.
And I want to buy MicroStrategy either way. Would it make more sense to potentially set up like a one-sided LP and basically DCA into this and collect fees? Is that possible?
You could. Like it is possible, yes. That is 100% possible.
Okay.
1 second. Let me just reset. So now what we can do here, you'll see I have this. I have MicroStrategy and USDC, my estimated APR. So this is what I'm getting on 24/7 day. This is probably more realistic. I'd be earning about 6.7% every 30 days. Just because fees are so high.
6.7% over 30 days.
Yeah. And you'll notice the majority of it is in Radium fees right now. So like because of those rewards, it's kind of juicing it and they don't have a ton of data. If I drop this though, you'll notice my fee rate goes up significantly. So like if I'm able to manage this in any capacity, you're better off setting this in a range that you can actively monitor it.
But if it goes up 4%, then you're out of range?
Yeah.
That's like, it's going to go up 4%.
In a day?
It could. I mean, it's down today from yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was a really big explosive day, but it's down today. 1 second. It's down 2.14% at market open right now.
Pio, for you, I would consider just a very wide range and just capitalize on free APY on MicroStrategy. Like it may only be 2 or 3% is what you're earning. But if you do like a real high end range where you're looking at like, hey, I'm gonna
20% on either side, you're still sitting at 6.65%.
That's crazy. And so wait,
a month?
Yeah.
And so like that's you're basically buying until it gets down to 324 and you're selling all the way up to 487. So at 324, you're 100% of MicroStrategy. At 487, you're 100% in cash.
And collecting a separate fee that's outside of what you're talking about along the way. And Easy, you said in 1 day. You're like in 1 day. Why is the 1 day thing significant? Does this like reset every day?
You can just manage it. So like you can go in and adjust this before market open each day and just do it that way. Like that. The thing is, it's like how often it largely depends how often are you on the computer. Like that's truthfully the question that should be being asked here. is like if you have an hour a day at the computer, you should be able to manage this.
An
So people are
hour?
talking about impermanent loss. Impermanent loss is a thing. It is a stable coin pair though. So you're not doing both sides of this, and it's mirrored to the MicroStrategy stock. So unlike a meme coin or a new cryptocurrency, MicroStrategy stock would have to go to zero. Or
Yeah.
the protocol goes obsolete, has a hack, has some issue. So like there is impermanent risk from a protocol level, but the bigger thing here is you don't have that same impermanent loss as if it were to buy a meme coin. Like I'm not buying fucking fart coin with this. You know what I mean? Like this is a mirror to MicroStrategy in stable coins. Your risk for impermanent loss would be a DPEG on a USDC or a DPEG on the mirrored token.
Yeah. So I think that needs to be explicitly communicated.
You are, so that's it. Well, I just want to say too, the other thing is you are losing your MSTR stock if you get to your upper cap. You're selling it, correct, at a 7.8% increase into stable coins.
Yeah. So to be clear too, if you're listening, I'm not doing this because I'm not going to like take my actual MicroStrategy stock and put it on chain and then do this, blah, blah, blah. This would be an income section of my portfolio. This would be solely based on generating income, because I think that the income you can generate from this is even better than selling covered calls. In fact, I know it's better than selling covered calls because you're kind of getting the benefit of crypto versus the benefit of the legacy system. And again, this is not fart coin. This is not a random BS crypto token. This is the best stock in the stock market, and then a stable coin on the other side of it. So that's why this has me interested. So if you're thinking about this in crypto terms at all, and you're used to like meme coins that go to zero, blah, 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 and scams, this is not that. This is a different animal. That's why I'm interested in it. I think that the income opportunity is high.
Stealing back from Easy, you can just basically see here's a day, a little less than a day of MicroStrategy. So like numbers wise, I put about 1,800 into this. MicroStrategy has since lowered a little bit. The position's now worth slightly less because MicroStrategy went down. And then the rewards I have earned in 24 hours, about $6.50 on that $1,800, paid out mainly in MicroStrategy token, some USDC, and some Ray token. So this is basically almost like a 24-hour snapshot on an $1,800 investment.
Well, that's a tiny, it's 0.3% yield.
Yeah,
on a single day.
Right. But like
3 times 365.
Yeah, I mean that's
the APRs are skewed though. That's the thing. Like they're skewed right now, which is what I was saying, because of all the volume that immediately came in day one. Because so many people rushed in, so fees were higher initially. I think this dropped substantially for what that APR is. Like this should only be a way for you to passively farm stables, in my opinion.
Can you choose how you get the yield?
No, it's based on what the swaps are.
And then you can always harvest and re-put in. Also, I have a wider range here. I'm looking at 390 to 475. So I have a little bit of a wider range here than Easy's like super concentrated 2.5 on each side. I think I went like 5 on the downside, 10 or 15% on the upside. So like a larger overall range.
I mean, I don't know, Easy. What do you think? Like, I don't know. Is this actually better than selling covered calls?
Like, I'm not terribly interested in LPing on that front. I'm trying to establish a circle position. So I have a one-sided LP on that to just buy.
With Circle X?
Yeah.
You want it on-chain?
I just have more stables on-chain than off-chain. So I'm like, I'd rather, instead of like move stuff out of other positions in equities or like wait till my options expire or wait till I close certain options trades or close out of other positions, I would rather just be able to use some of the stables that I've had sitting to start that position. And like, if it gets to a substantial size, I can always sell it and then pivot, withdraw, and move it into a brokerage account to then do options on it. So like, there's taxable events that occur, but someone said, does it really take 1 hour a day to adjust this? It takes like 30 seconds. But I'm just saying, if you have an hour a day, you have more than enough time.
It's yeah, you know, it's hard for me to like know if this makes any sense. Most of the time when you do complicated crypto stuff, it doesn't make sense. I just want to put that out there. Most of the time, you're not going to outperform like Bitcoin if you're doing like you would have been better off just buying Bitcoin than doing complicated crypto stuff. The only thing that had me attracted to this is the fact that it's MicroStrategy, so it's not like a BS crypto token.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a few people yesterday about it, and I'm just like, I would want to wait to see like how much volume sustains here, because theoretically, you run into a point where volume is non-existent and your fees are like less than negligible. Like it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take very long at all to do it. I just did the same thing on Tesla in about 30 seconds there, live.
But once you have a game plan, it's fast. Like once you make, the hard part is making the decisions. The hard part isn't clicking the buttons, right? But it's like,
where do you want? Where's your target sell price? Where are you willing to buy until? What's your time frame and how often you want to manage the position? Like you have to make all those decisions when you're putting the range in, essentially. But the thing is with Solana, like the fees are negligible in terms of adjusting positions. You're just going to be hit with additional like tax implications when you're moving more actively, I guess.
it's a tough one, man. It's hard to know if it's even worth it versus just either buying and holding or doing covered calls.
Well, I mean, you could always try it, like just to see how it looks. Just put $100 position in the MicroStrategy with a wide range, and then just track it for a week, see what volume looks like, and then kind of think about it from there. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I can do it for sure, but yeah, we'll see.
So we talked a little bit on Tom Lee. I want to hear more of your take on this, Pio. Moving on from the tokenized equity stuff. Are you surprised by this move from Tom Lee? Like, do you have any thoughts? And this is a Bitcoin mining company that he joined the chairman. He's basically the chairman of the board on, and they're moving to an Ethereum based MicroStrategy treasury strategy. So like, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. Being as somebody you've talked about Tom Lee, you respect him in the space.
I just think that this is a great showcase that can just show people that people just act in their own self-interests at every level, like really, really intensely. And Tom Lee saw an opportunity for him to make a lot of money, which is to become like whatever he is, the chairman of the board or whatever he is here. And it makes more sense to launch an Ethereum treasury company to them. They came to that conclusion because there's so much competition in the Bitcoin treasury company space, and they've seen the success of all these other treasury companies. So it's just an example of someone like acting in their self-interest intensely and then like essentially talking their book publicly. You have to keep in mind that most crypto assets, right? Like everything after Bitcoin, like Ethereum and everything after Bitcoin, like most new tokens, the point of those tokens launching, like those blockchains launching, those networks launching, the point was for the people that are launching them to make money. That's actually the point of them, is for the people that launch them to get rich. So you have to think about this as you like navigate the industry, because if you're thinking the point was something else, then you're probably not correct about it. And it will help you get clarity as you're thinking of where you should invest your money, because investing money is a specific thing. It's different than, saying something has great tech and a great developer network and stuff like that. So this is just an example to me of Tom Lee having a great opportunity for himself to make a lot of money, probably being successful with that. He's going to make a lot of money, but not something that I'm going to invest my money into.
I think that makes sense, and it's basically consistent with what you've been investing in, like the core Bitcoin treasury companies. I don't know if this one's much different than all the other treasury companies we've been talking about. I mean, the biggest like comp to this, I guess, would be SharpLink Gaming, that came out with like their big Ethereum like push. SBET is the ticker there, and I mean, this one has not looked tremendous after like its initial launch. This one's been pretty much down only.
I would not buy any treasury company besides MicroStrategy, Cantor, or MetaPlanet, maybe Semlar Scientific. I would not buy anything else. Whatever you think you're doing, if you buy them, I would bet money that you're wrong long term. And I think all of them, including this one, will not do well long term, aside from the ones that I named.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Up 60% now on the day, $54. This thing touched 60 while we were talking, for those just listening in the crowd. I think I agree with you. Like, I think Cantor and MicroStrategy are the two that are very interesting. Cantor is getting even more interesting as it drops here.
MetaPlanet too. Look at MetaPlanet too. But
yeah. That's got like a weird ticker, right? 3350. And yeah, MetaPlanet. I mean, MetaPlanet looks great. This has been up only. A little bit of a dip from a high at USD. High at $13, down to $11 right now. Could be an opportunity. But I mean, even with MetaPlanet, I think I'm more interested in MicroStrategies and Cantor. I think I have them as like a tier above MetaPlanet, even though MetaPlanet has been doing this for a bit. I just like, maybe I don't know enough about MetaPlanet, but I just like the leadership and the people behind MicroStrategy and Cantor a bit more.
MetaPlanet is good because it has Dylan LeClaire, and he's like really, really, really smart, and they are tapped into the Japanese financial system, and so the Japanese financial system it offers them benefits because that financial system is so shot that, and there's all these regulations where people can't get direct exposure to Bitcoin, so they're really giving Japan an opportunity to get exposure to Bitcoin, and it benefits them in the sense that the bonds that they're issuing, they're able to issue better bonds than MicroStrategy is, because people will give them 0% interest bonds in Japan, because the incentive is those people get exposure to Bitcoin that they flat out otherwise would not. So it's an even more extreme situation to what MicroStrategy had going in its first 3 years in the United States before the Bitcoin ETF, where literally in Japan, you just can't get exposure to it. So that's why MetaPlanet's interesting. I personally only own all MicroStrategy, and then I have $3,000 worth of MetaPlanet that's been going up. I don't have any Cantor at this point, but I do think Cantor is very interesting.
Yeah, so looking at market cap comparison, you're looking at 105 billion for MicroStrategy, you're looking at just over 1 billion for MetaPlanet, and you're looking at 350 million for Cantor. I bet that in the next 2 years, Cantor levels or passes MetaPlanet, in my opinion.
Cantor, of course, passes it in what amount of Bitcoin?
Market cap.
Yeah, of course it will. It's going to smoke MetaPlanet.
So Cantor is at a 1/3 of the market cap of MetaPlanet right now.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I would have thought that Cantor was the higher market cap. I guess they really haven't gotten started yet the way that they want to. That's MetaPlanet's going really fast right now, but I would bet that Cantor's got more money.
This looks like ass, dude. Yo, Pio told me to top blast this thing. We were in Dubai. I bought it at $55. Who is this guy, Dylan LeClaire?
That
guy's
MetaPlanet.
A bitch.
You're thinking of Jack Mallers.
Jack Mallers. I'm going to go kick his ass. Nerd. Get your shit together, dude.
I wish they tokenized this one. I would love to buy this one and just do a long range LP on this. I think this prints over time.
Yeah, this is a good one for sure. I mean, that chart's actually kind of crazy that it looks like that. This is the most screaming buy in the treasury company market right here. I mean, come on.
I'm 100% on board with you, and I'm ready to pull the trigger. I've been ready the last couple of days. Today may be the day I pull the trigger here.
Wolfie asked if SEP is a buy here. Yeah, it is, Wolfie, but what's your time horizon? 6 hours? I know you, Wolfie. What's your time horizon, bro? If it's 6 years, yeah, sure, it's a screaming buy. If it's you're trying to buy it today and sell it tomorrow, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down 49% on it.
Zama with the zinger from the crowd. Clemente, are you on OnlyFans? Or are you just taking out loans to top blast everything?
Man, Zama, I'm gonna kick your ass too. You keep talking like that. This guy's got jokes today, man. This guy's got jokes.
Oh man, yes.
Where's Tom Lee's sellout ass? Fucking selling out for Ethereum, dude.
That's crazy.
Dude's down.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
That's the corporate equivalent of shilling a 500K meme coin in exchange for a 50K check.
Yeah.
I also love how you're just on
Aloe.
Pio's side. You've been living next to Pio. You're investing in MicroStrategy. You're at Bitcoin. You see this Tom Lee news, and you guys both have the same take. You're like, sell out Ethereum. What are you doing, you idiot?
I just think it's the right take. I don't really know what other take you could possibly have over here with this. This came out of the blue. This was like a shocking, I was like, oh, wow. But it just shows that people just do what is best for them, like financially. And if you realize that, and then you look at like crypto assets and you're like, well, who made that? Why did they make it? Who were they when they made it? What's it supposed to exist in the world for? You start to realize like, oh, the point of that was so that the person that made it would make money. Like you have to really start to think about that.
Yep. Moving on a little bit, Clemente, out your back. I want your take here. Did you see Nikita Bier joining X head of product? This is Solana advisor Nikita Bier.
I didn't see why this was a bullish. People are saying this is bullish for Solana.
Doesn't Mefford just show up, show strike, say that this Jack Muller guy's a bitch, ask how to LP, then leave?
Dude, he just milked us.
What the
for
fuck?
20 minutes. As soon as he hears anything not related to Bitcoin, hey, yo, it's been real.
Oh, you're talking about Nikita Bier and Tesla?
In the comments, PO, gonna dip. Good stuff, guys.
Oh, wait, no, it's not about MicroStrategy or Strike or Strife or Strip or String or Stake.
Moving on to talk about Nikita Bier. See ya. It's like
it's been real. It's been real. Yo, hey, good check.
Yo, honestly, I'm gonna it's thanks for the LP knowledge. Not worth my time. I'm selling options.
All right. Nobody's laughing.
Yeah, I hope the audience really enjoys the show. We're just gonna let you look at this picture because it's not Strike.
We can bring him back. No, we can bring him back.
This is the worst podcasting. Dude,
We're going
for
back.
People listening. For people listening to the podcast, we all left and we changed the background to PO smooching Michael Saylor's smooching Michael Saylor on the lips.
If you only listen to us, give us a watch on YouTube. Check us out. Daily Bone Podcast on YouTube. We have a lot of fun here. We show you a lot of stuff, including
the animation of oh my god.
Go back to the other picture. Go back to the. I mean, dude, they low key did him well with the hairline.
ChatGPT blessed the kid. They said, "You going to Turkey? We got you, chief."
I like the tiger shirt too. That's a really nice touch.
Oh, it was. I found the picture of the tiger shirt. It was like make these two look affectionate with each other.
Oh man, we're having some fun today. Nikita Bier. What do you think about this, Clemente? I know you went back and forth a little bit. He was advising or like trying to push Believe /Launchcoin. I don't know what else he's done for Solana. I haven't seen any other like major takeaways. I haven't seen any projects mentioned that he's working with them.
I mean, the guy played the crypto game phenomenally well. Cashed a fat check from Solana, came in, did the Believe app. I mean, they crushed that. They made 9 figures from the Believe, whatever $100 million is. Crushed. Now he just gets to go work with Elon as the head of product. I would imagine that's a pretty intense job. Like, I don't know how much Solana stuff he can just be doing on the side now.
Right.
I
guess the question is, does Solana leak into X at all? Like, because he's the head of product would be my like biggest like question about this, or like hope for like a bullish narrative.
That's what I saw everyone talking about is like, yo, this is so bullish for Solana and Launchcoin. I had the opposite reaction when I first saw this. I 100% see how that could potentially be like a bleed over, but I don't think Nikita Bier is going to be, if he's head of product, what is he going to be like? What's his incentive for him to be trying to shill Solana integration?
Well, head of product could be like, okay, we want to do crypto integration. How do we want to do that? Do we build our own blockchain? Well, I've been working with Solana. Maybe we integrate what they've done. Like that would be like my mental framework for like how it is bullish for Solana. Like
he's going to do, dude, he's going to do what's best for Twitter. 100%. He's going to do what's best for Twitter. And if there is an opportunity for where an integration with Solana makes sense, that's going to happen. But I think that's a very unlikely scenario. my thought was actually that this is bearish for Solana because I was really excited about Nikita Bier working as an advisor for Solana, but I don't know how involved he can be when he's now the head of product at X. Like, that's a ridiculously difficult job and undertaking.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely not going to have any time to do Solana stuff.
Although I don't know what a head of product even does. Like, what you're just looking at. Oh,
Shit, man, they just be using the app.
Yo, switch the button. Switch the home button to here. Yo, let's change the notification tab. Sorry.
Hey, we got light mode.
Yeah.
We got tan mode. We got Spanish translation.
I was told MicroStrategy was going to live above $400 yesterday.
Man, we got to add a Magusta button.
We're down at 390 now.
Magusta, fuck it. I love that MicroStrategy.
I mean, MicroStrategy is not 390. It's not living at above 400. I'll tell you.
All right. So Nikita Bier, not a big deal. We also saw Circle, Fidelity Digital Assets, and a number of other crypto firms apply for national bank charters from the U.S. OCC, allowing them to operate across state lines without money transmitter license. Only one company received this license under the Obama administration. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to unlock.
Make use for that motherfucker.
I'm not exactly sure what this is going to unlock, but it's interesting to see the lines between banks and stable coins and crypto products blur. And I think we're going to
What did Obama do?
Oh, you know what he did.
Oh, Biden.
Oh, we don't like no make use for him neither.
Hey, I don't like Joe Biden, man. That sleepy Joe, shit. I don't like him at all. That sleepy Joe ass dude. Obama?
Moving on, Solana staking ETFs could be going live as soon as tomorrow. RexShares has their first ever staked crypto ETF coming soon. We're expecting this to come on Wednesday, aka tomorrow. Yield generating with the ETFs. Easy. Is this a big deal?
Yes. You can actually see if we scroll down on the tiered 10K post. There's a comment in there I'd like to bring up and discuss. Can we go to the tier 10K? His post on it.
I think he did two, maybe. Come on.
It's actually I can just share it because I quote tweeted it since I'm on top of the news. No worries, Ray. I'll just do your job.
All right, what comment are you looking at? Mert, this one here? Is this the one?
Nope. There's an even better one here. Just bear with me, chat.
Is it this Radium one?
Nope. You'll know.
Is it this one? Holy shit.
That one right there. Oh, that's big. So now right there, that means something about Ethereum. Sounds like Cope. Means ETH staking ETFs guaranteed. Moon it. I had a very snarky response.
I love that.
I love the easy ICO beast battle that's been going on in the timelines lately.
One of us is ETH maxi, one of us is not.
I mean, I love
one thing, and that is Hyperliquid.
As soon as ICOBs posted that, I knew. As soon as I saw it, he's like, he had to. It couldn't have been, yo, congrats to Solana. Yo, huge news for Solana, big win. It has to be, man. That has to mean ETH staking is coming, man. Yo, bullish.
Yeah, Solana Maxi's continuing to run around giving money away to extractive farmers. All going to the casino,
which is not wrong about. I'll give him that. Not wrong. The man's ain't wrong. Man's too hot. That's going to do it for today's episode. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We appreciate everybody tuning in and day out.